Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I will go straight into attacking this person because I think he's below 86 IQ or he's just a weasel. And this is a former foreign minister. Imagine when you talk about foreign minister, think about let's say India's foreign minister, Jai Khan Star, fantastic guy, or Lavrov of Russia, very good one. Don't think of Klimkin, don't think of Hillary, don't think of lazy Truss, don't think of Annabelle of Germany. No, those are not good, okay, not good. Now let's see what this guy is saying. Foreign minister, former. You know what it entitles? I will explain. Nord Stream pipeline sabotage beneficial, keyword right now, only to Russia, says ex-Ukrainian foreign minister. Nord Stream pipeline sabotage beneficial only to Russia, says ex-Ukrainian foreign minister. Only to Russia. Now, this comes from the new Voice of Ukraine from October 1st, 2022. Let me start with this. When we are children, we don't know anything, right? We don't even know how to pee. All right, so we go to school, this is us, we meet a teacher right here. And we don't know anything, everything what the teacher says, we cannot confirm or deny or, debate or anything because we don't know anything. And we take this, everything what the teacher tells us as 100% true and the genius. Some of us who are lucky to have a parent very smart and very knowledgeable might have the same attitude, which would be probably the guy right here. Okay, so it's you or me, here is the teacher, here is the parent or parents. Now time passes, you grow, you accumulate knowledge. Your teacher accumulates a little bit, it's like the economies. The emerging economies have a high rate of development. The other guys just go 3%. These guys go 10, 15 sometimes. Anyway, you catch up with this guy. When you meet again this guy and talk to him, you realize that you see, flaws in his game, in his logic, in his knowledge. You can assess how much he knows. Now you meet someone else. In another position, you go to work. You go to work and you know certain things about your job. And you meet someone who's over there a senior something. And again, get experience, and you kind of are able to understand what the level of this guy. And you assess if this guy is good or no. But at the beginning you thought he was good. The same with the teacher. Now, we talk about the foreign minister. When you're a child, you think of a foreign minister or a young adult. You think, oh my God, how much knowledge that person has to have in diplomacy. How much knowledge he has to have in history, in geography, geopolitics, in psychology, because he's going to deal with people, in economics. He has to know everything. You can't sell this guy anything you want. He has to be very knowledgeable. Correct? Correct. That is my expectation, and were my expectations still are, that those guys over there are the creme de la creme, the best, the best and the brightest. And then they put credentials. I graduate from, West Point, I graduate from Harvard, Yale, and all. Oh my God, that's supposed to bring the guy up. Well, I realized that people who graduate these Ivy League schools are not necessarily the best and the brightest. One example is George Bush. He destroyed everything for me. And he was both at Yale and Harvard. Or then, if you want to look at Obama, the same way, for me at least. Why? Because you know things and you can verify. When he's telling you something, you're like, what are you talking about? I know about that subject. You ignore reality. Like for instance, if let's say you don't speak German, or you speak a little bit of German, and you meet someone who speaks no German at all for you. You meet someone saying something in German, oh my God, he speaks German so good, but you can't assess because you don't know shit. Then you start learning a little bit of German, then you learn a little bit more, and when the same guy comes over again after 2 years cracking some German, you realize how much that person knows because you already know. The same thing with the foreign minister. I expected a while ago that the foreign minister knows a lot. He should be the best guy over there. Well, this guy, He can have, imagine you stay in front of this guy and say, okay, let's discuss. You're the president and he's the foreign minister. Hey, Gigi. You say, hey, Gigi, tell me about this situation right there. Brief me on it. And Gigi, with his brain, instead of saying, okay, these are the issues, could be 5 alternatives, could be 5 or 7 or 1,000 or 2 or 3. These are the options. This is what I found out. Could be this alternatives. This is what I think is the best one. This is how I got it. And I got over there, but there's more alternatives over there, out there. You don't come with, no, it's only one. It is impossible to be only one. This guy excludes any other scenario, any other alternative hypothesis on who blew up the pipelines. He wants Russia guilty. So he starts with an agenda. So you already know. But this is a foreign minister, former. He was in charge of a country. So how can this person with this kind of brain be in that position? Well, simply is. And they are right now. They still are right now. So let's see how this guy, what kind of point this guy makes. I'm not saying Russia should not be considered, but not the only one. That's my point. The only one. If you have the evidence, say it. But just don't say it's beneficial only. You're an idiot. All right, so here it is. And I'm quoting, of course, now there is more schizophrenia in Russia on the topic, claims that someone did it insidiously. Conspiracy theories, special services, the diplomat. They keep him as a diplomat. So the person here keeps this guy with authority in the matter. He was a foreign minister after all, right? And he's going to tell his children, grandchildren, his family forever are going to enshrine his name in the family, family tree, that, hey, the great was a foreign minister of our country. Man, he was so smart. Well, why don't you call Kosman and find out his family, what they think about your family member? Jesus Christ. And I'm quoting. But in fact, the question is very simple. Well, because you're a simple man. Who benefits from this? Today, it's beneficial only to the Russian regime. Okay. According to Klimkin, this is because Russia has realized that he has lost the energy war against Europe. So his name is, write it down, Klimkin. Klim. That's how his brain works. Click, 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 click. All right. And I'm spelling it for you. Klimkin, like a kin at the end, Klim. All right. So, and they want to put right now and say there will be no gas now. This is how this guy's. I'm just quoting what he says. After that, they will attempt to rock Europe in such a way as to reboot the entire political. Okay, man, I got it. Even the Germans are going to Canada, Qatar and Emirates to sign contracts to supply the liquefied gas. Yes, because that was the whole plan. We get the guys out of Europe and we come in and we get the market. Good thinking, great. No one wants to depend on the Russian regime anymore. That's it. This is completely clear even to the Russian dictator, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And according to Klimkin, Russia wants to create this chaos since they need to reboot Europe this winter. Yeah, but Klimkin, tell me about this. Why would Russia want that? Only Russia. Russia could have leverage on Europe, turning it on and off whenever they want. That was open already. So whenever they want it and the other guys need it, they could negotiate. Now, this that you say only Russia benefits out of it, it's closed forever. So Russians lost that leverage. So you see, foreign minister, that Russia does not benefit of blowing that from the perspective of the reason you mentioned, delivery to Europe. His point is that Russia does not want to deliver, and that's why it blew it up. They didn't have to blow it up. They did not have to. Now they don't have this leverage. They lost an ace from the little sleeve. So you're an idiot. Now we can think about others. Okay, let's consider others. I made a video on that, but I will be very brief. United States gets everybody riled up behind them, since a lot of people our country are trying to disappear and, hey, I don't think that's a good idea. We're losing. We don't have gas. United States says, okay, you know what? You guys start talking. All right, how about we create an enemy directed to you, blow up that, so see how evil that is. We got to stay together. and we're going to stay together. And this is a NATO. Now it's a NATO infrastructure, it's German. So that means NATO will be involved. So that gives us the foot in the door to put troops in Ukraine. How about that benefit, you fucking Klimkin? How about that for an argument? Oh, you want another one? Another one? I give you. Well, the United States stated at least on 2 occasions by 2 officials that they will stop that pipeline. That would not be found. They will stop that. There were voices in Klimkin. There were voices in Bundestag in German. There were 2 idiot members of the Bundestag who said that Russia did it. Russia did it. Okay, no problem. Without evidence, they didn't provide evidence. There were about 2 weeks ago. I made a video on that. Another parties in the parties in the Bundestag, Germany, they said, you know what? Maybe we should open Nord Stream 2. Nord Stream 2, because we need gas. The Nord Stream 1 has some problems. Nord Stream 2. Maybe that's why they said, we gotta do it. These guys are gonna open Nord Stream 2. Hey, Klimkin, who is anybody else could be involved? And we can think about some other ones. How about the guys in charge in Germany? They want to blow it because they don't want Nord Stream 2 to be open, because the opposition party says, let's open it. How about that? And say, you know what, let's destroy it so nobody can talk about Nord Stream 2 ever again. Okay, I got another one. Can you think about it? So it's not only Russia benefiting out of it, which clearly doesn't. Russia can benefit only from one reason. Point out to see maybe the Americans did it. But the Americans and all the other guys will investigate, click, 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 and they will find out it was Russia. I guarantee you that. They will not say, well, it was us. Sorry, my bad. It's not going to be like that. Look in history. Crimes bigger than this were committed by friends and lovers and all that. So this would not be anything out of the ordinary. You want to know how? Look at the Tonkin incident. Look at that. How the United States got involved in the Vietnam War with a lie. A lie. And how many people died? 55,000 Americans when the country destroyed and all that for a lie in the Tonkin incident. Look at that, if you don't know. So don't tell me that this thing is, oh, no, it's too big to happen. You talk about people that have no borders in committing certain kind of things. So yeah, Klimkin is an idiot and he's a weasel and he was a foreign minister. These are the guys who lead countries and they make foreign policy for countries. 40 million people, Ukraine. This guy was in charge. This guy with this kind of mentality. Really. But a child or a guy below 86 will say, Klimkin is right. Yes, because they don't know anything. They're still at that level. But when they're going to accumulate knowledge and experience and they see a pattern, they could say Klimkin isn't what it is. Klimkin should not have been on that position in a normal society. And these are the other alternatives. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Unbelievable. Stay strong, stay smart. Look for the truth and be just.